Good morning, everyone, and thanks for being with us on KXAN Live. I'm Will Dupree, coming to you from the KXAN Live studio. We're going to go live now to a news conference that's happening in Cedar Park, talking about that Parmer Lane fire that burned down an apartment building last night. And we're going to get an update now from officials. We will let you know that there is a shelter set up at the Hill Country Bible Church in Cedar Park. We just got an update that 20 people lost their homes in that apartment complex fire last night. Let's listen in as that update gets underway.
We have assets from across the state and the region helping us to further put out the fire today, including aviation assets from the Texas A&M Forest Service. And so I'm just very proud and very grateful for all the hard work and preparation that our fire chief and others have put in over the years to prepare for exactly this kind of eventuality. I'm very proud of the very, very hard work and very long night that our first responders put in. And I hope everyone else shares that appreciation. And also keep in mind that we did have a lot of people here lose their home. And we're very grateful that the American Red Cross has been on site since last night, assisting them. And for all the other members of our community that are willing and able to help, we're very grateful for that. I'm going to let our Fire Chief, James Malliner, talk a little more about the specifics of where we're at with containing the fire and the amazing work of our professionals. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to start by thanking all of the area and regional partners that came and assisted us with this fire. Overnight, firefighters made significant efforts in fighting the Parmer Lane Fire. There was no forward movement overnight. We were able to contain 60% of the fire overnight. Firefighters protected the Whitestone Landing townhomes and the apartment complex all night long. Go ahead and with a detailed report. We have 4 buildings in the Bexley complex. Building 10 has been totally destroyed. Buildings 9, 11, and 12 have partial damage. Firefighters will continue operations today and work towards ultimate containment of this fire. We expect to see smoke and aircraft and fire apparatus in the area all day long. We're asking that residents that do not live in the landing or the apartment complex do not come. We need everyone to avoid this area. We will continue to have aviation resources from the A&M Forest Service. Happy to report there's only been 2 minor injuries, and both are fine. We are going to allow the residents of the landing and of the Beckley apartments to start returning home immediately after this broadcast. We are asking, though, that they take caution. There's a lot of burned out areas around their homes. There's damage around their homes. We don't want people getting injured, so they need to take caution. They also need to take caution because we will have firefighting activities going on in both neighborhoods all day today. The Red Cross is assisting those impacted and displaced by the fire. This is a developing situation, and we plan our next briefing with the media at 3:30 p.m. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, how many people are actually lost their homes in this?
There's 24 units in Building 10, and that building is a total loss. The other buildings, we're going to be working with maintenance and PEC and fire crews to restore power to those buildings one at a time, and we'll let those residents go in after we deem those 3 buildings safe. So I can't give you a total number. I can just tell you right now, Building 10, all 24 units are destroyed.
Why is it important for people to stay away? You're asking people to avoid this area. We know it's heavily trafficked. We know a lot of people are over here, but why are you asking them to stay away?
That's exactly it. The traffic's going to be heavy enough. I'm still moving fire apparatus around. People who don't belong here come. They run over my fire hoses. They get in my way, the way of my firefighters. We're just asking that the citizens do the right thing. If you don't live here, please stay away. We will be releasing photos and video online on social media, which then y'all can also share. If they want to see it, they can see it that way, and just please avoid the area.
How did you make the progress overnight? What kind of activity was happening?
Overnight, we had both 2 dozer crews and multiple fire crews in the fire area, in addition to all the units that were protecting the apartments and the condos. So it was a joint effort from all the agencies that responded, and we worked all night long to get from that 0% at yesterday's briefing to 60% containment right now.
Describe what those dozers were doing to help.
So the dozers create a containment line. They can dig down under the dirt. And what we're trying to do is prevent brush, roots, anything from burning underneath and coming up on the other side. We're also trying to make a wide enough area between the lines that they make and the wet that we put down adjacent to that where we feel that the area is safe. The biggest thing, this is a very wooded, heavy area where we would not have any access if it wasn't for those dozer lines.
So to be clear, the buildings that were damaged, people, it's okay to go back in and safe?
Residents of Bexley Building 10 cannot come back right now. They have no access to their building. Buildings 9, 11, and 12, we will allow access as we deem those buildings safe, working with Bexley Management, PEC, and the fire department. So buildings 1 through 8, you're going to be able to get into right now almost immediately. The condos, you're going to be able to get in almost immediately. People who live in buildings 9, 11, and 12 are going to have to work with us. It's going to be an ongoing process throughout the day.
Describe to us how this fire started. I know it was a grass fire, but how did the...
I do not have a cause of the fire at this time. We are still investigating.
Can you say that the fire jumped from the grass to the apartment?
Yes, it started as a grass fire. It encroached on the buildings by going from grass to trees. Those trees were very close to the buildings or even touching the roof in a couple cases. So it made its laddering fuels. It went from low to medium to high and then went to the building.
Is there something about the apartment buildings that made them flammable? Do they have wooden porches or balconies?
Yeah, the apartment complex is built to standards, but every home, every apartment complex still has soffits. It still has attic venting. There's so many ways that even embers could have blown in, and I can't guess right now on exactly the cause of the structure fires.
And you said there were 24 units in Building 10. Were there also 24 units in Building 9, 11, and 12?
I believe so. I don't have that in front of me.
Okay. And do we know park trails are closed as well?
Which?
Any trails in the surrounding area? Trails,
yes. Yes, so the city has closed some trails in the area in an effort to keep people away.
And some of the businesses as well will remain closed until later today, or as those will open as safety deems appropriate.
Yes, sir.
I know. For those folks that were displaced, can you just remind them where they can go to get help and what they should be doing at this time?
Yep, the Red Cross is available to assist them. We also have a shelter at Hill Country Bible Church on Little Elm and 620. And we are sending that information through Beckley Management, and we can also send that through our city. So we're getting that information to those residents.
I know they say 90% of wildfires are human caused. I know you're still investigating, but any idea on what might have been the initial spark?
We have I'm not guessing. We have no idea of the cause of the fire at this time. We need some time to investigate that.
But I think it's important for everybody to understand that with a summer like we've had, with this kind of heat and the kind of wind we had yesterday, that this is a danger that has always been present. It's worse than it ever has been this summer, and it's quite likely to be worse in the future if you look at the scientific evidence out there. So it's really important that every community continues to work on ways to prevent fire and to mitigate the risks from it. And our city, I'm very proud of how hard Chief has worked on fire mitigation and education for our residents and the people who live and work here on how they can reduce fire close to their structures. And so we'll be putting out more information as a city today and in the future and how you can make sure your home is as safe as possible from wildfire, because this is a danger that we're going to have to continue to live with for a long time. And, but it's also very, very preventable.
Can you say the two people had minor injuries? Who were they, civilians or firefighters?
No, they were both first responders.
Can you say what type of injury?
One was a heat-related injury, and one had debris in their eye.
Do we know if all residents were notified, whether or not they were here at the time or no?
We did a reverse 911 notification yesterday to ask all the residents of Beckley Apartments and the Landing to evacuate. We also went door to door, police and fire, banging on every door, trying to get everyone to evacuate. So we did evacuation through two different means, and we'll be using that same 911 reverse notification to let them back in after we're done here. And then also the Beckley Apartments is contacting their residents directly to let them know they can start coming back.
So everybody was evacuated from 9, 10, 11, 12, those buildings?
No, we evacuated the entire complex, the businesses outside the complex, and the condo complex.
As far as mutual aid goes, do you think that worked or helped in this situation? I believe y'all mentioned that last night about mutual aid.
Yeah, we're part of an auto aid group within Travis and Williamson County. That system, I would say, worked flawlessly. We were able to get all the resources we asked for. We had personnel from Southeast Travis County, from Westlake, all the way north into Williamson County, and everyone worked very well together. We're interoperable. We all can talk on the same radio channels, so the system worked very well.
Is this the biggest fire Cedar Park has ever had?
This possibly. We had a bigger fire in 2011 that's destroyed one full apartment building, half of another, and singed a third. So this is probably the second biggest fire in my tenure here, and I've been with Cedar Park for 27 years.
I know it's cold right now, but how are the fire crews holding up in the heat? I know we're expected to be in the triple digits today.
So we have medical staff on scene. They're going through rehab. We're making sure that they're hydrated, they're fed, they get electrolytes, and we're also rotating crews out. We don't have every fire crew from Cedar Park here at the same time at this point. We did yesterday, but we'll rotate.
Will Dupree, back in the KXAN live studio. Thank you all again for joining us on our live stream as we brought you these comments from the Cedar Park Fire Department's chief as well as the Cedar Park mayor. Both of those men there sharing an update about that fire that's burning still in the Parmer Lane area in Cedar Park. Yesterday, that it started as a grass fire and then quickly escalated, catching an apartment building on fire and destroying one apartment building that contained 24 units. We do know from the Red Cross that some people are staying right now at the Hill Country Bible Church as a place for shelter because they simply lost their homes yesterday. We do know now also that buildings 9, 10, and 11 were slightly damaged in the fire as well. However, residents are being allowed to go back at that Bexley apartment complex off Parmer Lane in Cedar Park. And what they shared a few moments ago was that the people who live in those buildings will be able to go back. At the conclusion of this news conference, they're going to send out a reverse 911 call to those people so that they can go back. As the crews there take down some of that setup for this press conference today in front of the fire truck there, we just wanted to pass along an update about this. What they said is that the Parmer Lane fire is about 50 acres in size. It's burned that much since yesterday, and it's now 60% contained. So crews are still going to be working on it. They did want to let people know that in that area you may see smoke, you may see certain aircraft assisting, dumping water onto the flames to try to finish the containment job there, but work will still be underway today. And we also heard that at least 2 people received minor injuries during the response, a minor burn, and someone got debris in their eye, but those people are going to be okay according to the first responders we heard from just a few moments ago. Again, they're going to allow residents to go back in coming up in just a little bit to those apartment complexes as well as a townhome complex in that area of Cedar Park. So, of course, we're going to keep following this. I want to bring up really quickly some notes that I have. One of our reporters, Blake Devine, went to the temporary evacuation point at the Hill Country Bible Church and found out from the Red Cross there that at least 20 people lost their homes in that apartment complex building that burned last night. At least 7 people stopped by the shelter last night, and right now they're going to shift this temporary shelter into an intake center so people can go there to receive some help. We do have the address for that shelter on our website at kxan.com, so please check that out whenever you can. Please stay with us throughout the day because We are going to be following this fire that is burning in Cedar Park. Again, only 60% contained right now. However, the potential for other fires is very high right now. You all are experiencing those incredibly hot temperatures that is only drying out brush further. So very little things can spark a fire, and it can quickly get out of control. As you just heard from there in Cedar Park, that apartment building burned after the grass caught on fire, the tree caught on fire, and that in turn sparked the building as it carried through yesterday. So please, everyone, be careful out there. Mind the activities that you're doing. Try not to do anything that results in sparks. Don't throw a cigarette out the window. Don't do any kind of outdoor work that would spark the grass, which can quickly get out of control and create a lot of work for our first responders. We do need to commend all of them for jumping onto this fire, as well as all the others that we've had burning in Burnett County, in Bastrop County, in Blanco County, in Lampasas. All these have been tracked in the last just few days, and we want to make sure that none of these situations happen again. So please share that information. We do have details about this fire in Cedar Park, and we'll keep updating that on our website, kxan.com, and on the KXAN News mobile app. So please stay with us as we continue to follow this really devastating circumstance for a lot of people up there in Cedar Park today. Once again, I'm Will Dupree in the KXAN Live studio. Thank you all for watching. We will see you back here throughout the day with other updates, so please stay with us. Hope you all stay safe, cool, and healthy. Take care.